Hi, happy to see you. Crochet any interesting stuff lately? This is Auntie Nat's Crochet. Glad you choose this video. Allow me to teach you how to crochet lovely and cute stuffs. I have thousands of videos, so do subscribe to my channel. The subscribe button is at this corner over here. It will mean a lot to me. And today I'm gonna make another heart shape. It's a different one. So far, how do you like the other two hearts? This will be in purple. Actually, you can use just about any leftover yarns you have. I just want to add the edge just like this with some fluffy yarn to make it look kind of cute. I mean, when there's no edge, no fluffy edge, it does not look that cute. But when it has some, it does look cute, right? So depend, this is optional. If you do not want this, you can just single crochet all around. So this particular heart is the same. I'm using 5-ply cotton yarn and also some fluffy yarn. This is optional. If you do not want, you don't have to. You can just do single crochet all around with the same color, same yarn. And I'm going to use this as a keychain kind of thing to hang this. You can hang this on your bag or your Christmas tree. And since I'm using a 5-ply cotton yarn, I will be using a 3.5 mm hook. Okay, now let the fun begin. Okay, the heart that I'm making today is quite easy to do. It's super easy to do. It looks something like this. So I'm gonna make 2 of it because this is the back and this is the front. So I'm gonna put 2 together and add with some fluffy yarn to make it thicker, so that when you hang it and it turns, you can see both sides is the front side and the back will be hidden inside. So up to you whether you want to make it just like this without a 2-piece. You don't have to join 2 pieces together, or you can also join 2 pieces together and add a bit of stuffing so that you will plump up like a mini pillow. But I want it to be flat, so all my hearts are flat. There's no stuffing inside. So I'm not going to add stuffing to this one as well. So the color is up to you. You only use 1 color. You don't have to use 2 color because the other 2 comes with 2 colors. So you have to have 2 color to make it, to have that effect. Whereas this one, you just need 1 color. Any leftover yarns would do. A colorful one, hopefully. Now I'm gonna start by making a chain. First you make a knot. Okay, this is just my habit of making a knot. So once you have a knot, you chain 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. So once you have a chain of 17, this is your hook. You go to the second stitch from your hook. This is the first stitch. This is the second stitch. You go to your second stitch from your hook. Preferable put your hook at the bottom so that you have 1 strand at the bottom and 2 strands at the top. Then you do 2 single crochet into that same stitch. So I would call it a single crochet increase. So you do 2 single crochet into that first stitch. If you want, you can add a marker. If not, you don't have to. You add your marker on your first stitch here. So now I'm going to do 6 single crochet. From here to the middle here, I do 6. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I should stop somewhere here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This 6 single crochet, you don't have to purposely put your hook at the bottom. You just stick the top strand will do, because later when we do more, when we go in around, see, it does not create a hole. Whereas the one in the corner, it's best that you have 2 strands on top, 1 strand at the bottom, so that you do not create a hole, especially the corners when you do 3 single crochet in one stitch or 2 single crochet in the same stitch. Okay, so the first stitch we did an increase, single crochet increase, means 2 single crochet here in that same stitch. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 single crochet. So after this 6 single crochet, you skip 2 stitch, 1, 2, you skip this and this, then we go to this one and we do single crochet. So we need 6 of it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So by the time you have 6 single crochet, you should have 1 more stitch left. So this is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So after 6 you have your last stitch left. This last stitch you're going to do 3 single crochet into this stitch to make a turn. So this is the time you should not just take from the top. You should put your hook here so that you have 1 strand at the bottom and 2 strands on top. This way you will not create a hole. So you do 1, 2 and 3 stitch in that same stitch. So once you do 3 single crochet, it will kind of turn. You see there's no hole here. It will kind of turn. And now after you have turned, you do 7 single crochet. Just remember, if you can't see, I hope you can see this. See, 1, 2, 3 is in this stitch. So don't go and put in here. If you put in here, which means we already have 4 in that same stitch, go to this next stitch and bring this tail along. So I'm going to do 7 single crochet. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 single crochet. See, it looks like this. And at this 7 single crochet, I'm going to do a chain 2, 1, 2. Then you go to the next stitch and continue to do single crochet from here to the top here. You should have 8 of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I do not have 8, means I could have skipped 1 stitch here, especially the one near the turning. Mistakes is always here near the turning. So I'm going to bring this along. 1, 2, you can pull a bit, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oops, wait, This tail, you can either cut it off or you can pull first. Later when you pull back from the back, it will disappear. Seventh, and the 8 is in that first stitch. And you pull back nicely, the tail goes in and it disappears. See, there's no tail, no sign of the tail. So you should have something like this. We have come to this last part here. Okay, so now we're going to do round 2. You're going to, this is your first stitch. If let's say you add a marker, this would be where your marker should be. So you go to this first stitch here and do a single crochet, and the following stitch, the next stitch here, I'm going to do 3 single crochet in that same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. 3 single crochet into that same stitch. So now I'm going to do 5 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And make sure once you have 5, you are somewhere at this corner here where we skip 2 stitches just now, the first round. Okay, now 1. This is row 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you always come back to this part where we skip 2 stitches. So this is the same part. We're going to skip 2, skip this, and go to the third one and do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it will curve like this. After 5 single crochet here, I'm going to do 3 single crochet into that same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. And this corner stitch where it's turning, you just do 1 single crochet. Just do 1 single, oops, wait. You do 1 single crochet. And the next stitch here, you do 3 single crochet into that same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. So we create a nice turning here. Now, oops, it's tangled. Let me untangle the back here. Okay, now from here, we're gonna have 8 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The number 8 single crochet should be on top of this chain 2. If you count, your 8 is the other side of this chain 2, means, because sometimes when you do 3 single crochet into the same stitch, it kind of hide one of the stitch here, so you might miss. So most of the time, if you miss, it's always the turning point. You know, sometimes if depending on the yarn you're using, if it's too thick, sometimes when it goes this way, it just hide that first stitch. So here I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would try and crochet on that stitch itself instead of going into the chain 2 space, because if I do 2 single crochet inside the same space, because I'm gonna do one here and one here, so if these 2 I'm gonna do inside this space, we kind of open up this space and it creates a hole. There'll be a hole along. So I try my level best to do it inside, you know, like when you do a chain stitch. So I do inside the stitch. So here I have 8 single crochet. You're gonna chain 2, 1, 2. Now this particular one, you can go into that chain space area because one is on top and the other one is inside. It's okay. If not, you can try and like this, like when you do a chain space. So instead of using the chain space area, I'm crocheting on that chain itself, on that stitch itself. So I did a chain 2, so I'm gonna count again. 1, here is my 2. This is on the chain 2, the second chain of the chain 2, and here there's one stitch, and most people would miss this stitch, and if you keep missing this stitch and this stitch, your heart shape will go crooked. By the time you're in the 3rd row or 4th row, you will notice that your heart shape is crooked. So before you do that, you can actually count back and see whether you're gonna reach that first stitch or not. If let's say you add a marker here, then you count, you should have 8. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you should have a 3 single crochet in the same stitch and come to your first stitch. So if you're a beginner, it's best that you add a marker here so that you know by the time you count all the way here, you should reach your first stitch. And if it does not reach your first stitch, or you do not have enough, which means you have missed out one of the stitch here. So this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then I'm going to do 3 single crochet in this stitch. 1, 2, 3. So you can take a look and see, is this crooked, or is it going this way, or is it going this way? So far so good. Okay, now again, so this complete our row 2. Okay, now we go to our row 3 or round 3. Always start with 1 single crochet. You start with a single crochet. Then we're going to do 3 single crochet into this same stitch. 1, 2, 3. It should be at this turning point. If it's not at this turning point, means we have done something wrong. We could have skipped a stitch somewhere. And now we're gonna do 6 single crochet. You count and see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We should end up here. And this is normally the 2 stitch that we skip You see this line here, so make sure we always skip that same 2 stitch. Now I'm going to do 6 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're gonna skip these 2 and go to the third one and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oops. Okay, after this 6 single crochet, same thing, we're gonna do 3 single crochet here in the same stitch. 1, 2, and 3, followed by 1 single crochet in the next stitch. The following stitch, again 3 single crochet in the same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. And next we're gonna do 11 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this 11, make sure it ends at this chain 2, the first of the chain 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. You notice my 11, I do not go to that chain space, I go to that stitch. After 11, you're gonna chain 2, and this one I'm going to go to that chain and not the chain space. I do not want to go into this space. So again, 1 here, there's 1 here, over here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So after 11, we always end it with 3 single crochet into that same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. The one that I told you here is actually when you do a chain 2, you go to this first stitch to do your single crochet, so it looks as if it's joined, so the mistake is always here again. So the hole here we minimize, because once you put it down you can see the hole. And now we have completed our row 3. Okay, now let's go to row 4 or round 4. The first stitch here is always a single crochet, then the next stitch will be a 3 single crochet into that same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. You notice that when you do 3 single crochet, you kind of cover up this stitch here, because when you do 3 single crochet, it takes up space. You will cover up one of this first stitch here. Do you notice? I mean, this is the one here and this is the next stitch, but this one was covered by this. So in order to know whether this is the one, You can count back, because next we're going to do 7 single crochet before we skip 2, and it should end here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 is here, skip this 2, which means this is correct, means I should start from here, or you pull this, pull it to the side and see, oh, all 3 went into this stitch, which means this is also 1 stitch and this is the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So after 7, these 2 stitch here in the middle, I'm gonna skip and go to that 3rd stitch here and do single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, it looks so lovely already. Love that line. Okay, 7 stitches. Then here always end with the 3 single crochet into that same stitch. 1, 2, 3. Then next stitch I'm going to do 1 single crochet, and the following stitch again 3 single crochet into that same stitch. Oops. 1, 2, 3, and next stitch would be 14 single crochet. Single crochet in the next 14 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It should end here. The first stitch of our chain 2. Or you can pull this back to see if you miss out any stitch. This is the one, this is the next stitch. So from this stitch count onwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 is exactly on this first stitch of that chain 2. And again you chain 2, 1, 2. Now if you miss any of this number of stitches, no worry, the written pattern is in the description box. You can go have a glance. Okay, here chain 2, and here I'm going to go to that second stitch and do 1 single crochet, and then I go to this next stitch here. You notice here this stitch here, this V shape here. This is my 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So the next stitch, you do 3 single crochet into that same stitch. And this ends our row 4 or round 4. Okay, now round 5, the last round, going to be slightly different. Pull this and see where is your first stitch. This first stitch I'm going to do single crochet increase, means 2 single crochet into that same stitch. Then I'm going to do that again in the next stitch, single crochet increase. Then I should have 8 stitches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just nice. This is the 2 that we're supposed to skip. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. So these 2 we're gonna skip. Going to go to that 3rd stitch here, so you should have 8 stitches as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. 6, 7, 8. So here be careful because the stitches is kind of near. So I'm going to do single crochet increase in the next 3 stitch, means here, here, and here. Single crochet increase means 2 single crochet into each stitch. So this is 1 increase, 2 increase, and 3 increase. So after this 3 increase, I should have 17 stitches from here to here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yes, 17 is just right here. Because you will know by now, if it's straight, means it's straight. If not, by row 3, it should show you it's crooked. I had a crooked one earlier, so that's why I know. Because I thought like, oh, this is so easy. This is such an easy pattern. And without realizing that actually I did skip 1 here and then skip 1 here. So without realizing, because you only skip 1. So by the time you count, 17 so happens to be here, but actually it was in the 2nd stitch of the chain 2. So it starts to go crooked. So anyway, it looks nice too. This part here kind of crooked to this way. And maybe next time I should come up with one more pattern like that. I mean, like, you know, how it crookeds this way. Maybe a nice heart shape as well. Okay, so now let's crochet here. In case you're scared you might miss it, you just pull it and see where is your next stitch. It's here because it's kind of closed. Can't really see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17 landed exactly on that first stitch of that chain 2. Again, you're going to chain 2 and you're going to go to this first stitch here, this second stitch of that chain 2. I prefer to stitch here. If you want, you can still stitch in that hole, this chain 2 space. You still have a tiny bit of hole here, but anyway, I'm gonna have 2 and put it together, so this hole is gonna disappear. It's just a tiny hole. Now this is after my chain 2, this is my 1, this is my number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17. Remember when we started we did 2 increase here, so now we're gonna do 1 increase here to add it up to 3. So this last one, instead of doing 3 single crochet in the same stitch, I did 2 single crochet in the same stitch. Then you don't have, yes, if like me in my case, I'm going to use this to crochet the edge, to crochet the 2 pieces together. If you are going to use back the same color, you make sure you know which is the back, which is the front. Place it together and you can start your single crochet all around and it will become one like this. And if you want to add stuffing, when you're doing it almost like 3/4 way through, add stuffing, so it will plump up. So in my case, I'm gonna cut the yarn because I'm using another yarn. So I'm gonna use a tapestry needle. I'm gonna do this first stitch here, this way. You're gonna pull this to make it look like there's you do not know where is the ending or the starting. And when you put through, make sure you not only put through 1, but you put through 2 stitch. There is one more at the back. It's too narrow, you're not sure if you can see. It's actually 2 stitch here. Then you make it go through some of this. This is the inside, so you bring this tail to the inside. Doesn't matter if it doesn't look right. If you're gonna do this as one piece, there's nothing to cover it, then you do not do this because it will look kinda ugly, because see, you have one strand here. Then you have to hide your yarn this way so that you don't see this line. Whereas in my case, I'm going to sew it together, so I don't really mind. So here, no problem because it doesn't look even. It's supposed to, so it's not even, doesn't matter. Even if you're doing the single crochet all around, this will disappear. So now I'm going to use this yarn. First I'm going to tie a knot with the tail that I have here. tie 2 knots. Then you make sure the front, the back is with the back. Place this inside. Oops, hide it inside. And you can start just about anywhere. Maybe I should start from the bottom here. Okay, you can start from here. You go to this chain 2. That's the best place to start, I guess. The chain 2 space. Then you do single crochet. Since both heart shape has the same number of stitches, so you just crochet stitch by stitch. So which means I do put into all the 4 loops like this. 2 from here, 2 from this side, and 2 from this side, so you have 4. And you do a single crochet. Now I'll come back to you once I'm back here. Okay, I've made this go through here. Just any one of the stitch will do. And you're ready to hang this. So here you can actually create some tails here if you want. If not, just I'm gonna hide this tail because you cannot cut here. If you cut here, this will come off slowly, but it will come off, so just hide it inside. I would just put it through the inside. Oops, just make sure it goes really inside, in between all this, and let's see where it comes up. Okay, let's pull this. Oops, where's the tail? Okay, and here you do one more so that it kind of lock it in and it won't come off so easily. And I think you can even wash it and it won't come off. Let's see. Wow, this is okay. Make sure it does not show here, the back or the front. Let's do one more time and see if I can hide it inside. Ah, yes, here. Maybe, oops, sorry, capybara. If you're interested in this capybara and this couple over here, it's in my earlier posts. Do check them out, they're quite cute. And it's easy to do too. So you just hide this inside if you can. I would rather hide it than cut it. So this is how it look like. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have 2 more hearts to go. They'll be in my next post. So do stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you in my next post. Bye for now.